All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alex Deacon's Property Management Series. We're covering that today in real estate investing with Alex Deacon. And today we're going to do something that most people don't want to tell you, especially people in real estate or property managers. But the good Deacon here is going to put it out there. All property management companies suck. Yes, it was absolutely a clickbait headline. We got you to click. We got you to listen if you're listening to my scrappy voice right now. So I'm going to turn it over to the man that really knows all more about this, the Deacon of Real Estate, Alex Deacon. Alex, first, how are you doing, good sir? And then second, we got to know, how do all property management companies suck? Talk to us.
Well, first of all, Happy New Year to you too, sir.
Happy New Year, good sir.
Good to see you. Last time I saw you was indeed last year.
It was.
Yes,
it was. And it only seemed like weeks ago, too. It's like time flies.
See you next year. Okay, so, wow. What kind of headline is that? All property management companies suck, including MACE Property Management, which is my company.
Ooh.
Okay, so there, you have it.
There we go.
That's it.
I'm drinking a tea.
I'm done. I'm a marketing genius. Where do we go from here?
So why would you say this? Obviously, we're doing this comedically, and I love the fact, Alex, that you're looping your company in with all other property management companies. You're not saying you are better than other ones, even though we know that you are. We're not. You're not putting yourself on a platform. So what does obviously there's a downside to every industry, every business, guys.
Well, I always tell people that we're the best. Wait, what does one of my friends say? You're the least worst property management company. we are. I feel we are. We're the least worst. It's hard in this business to it's very hard in this business.
It really is.
To do a good job for people and keep them happy. It's just the way it is. Because you're dealing with tenants who have all the rights once they get into the property. You're dealing with, a lot of times, landlords or owners who have high expectations on what a property management company does. And we've gone through this ad nauseum on a lot of our podcasts.
Yes, sir.
But with that being said, what makes us the least worst property management company? It's just, just today, I talked to a couple they live probably like 5,000, it's about 5,000 miles away. So they live in Hawaii, okay? I don't know why, 6,000 miles maybe.
Sounds about right.
5,800 miles. Maybe 5,600.
Right? Yeah. Cali's 3,000 miles away. Yeah, whatever.
It's out there. But they have a nice couple too. They have some properties, and they have a current management company that's not giving them the service that they deserve. Now, I know the owner of that management company. I like the person, and I feel that he's a good person. I just feel he probably has some staff that's just not getting the job done. Because after talking with these people, I get a good sense that they're very reasonable. They just want some communication and some just reasonable service. So that's a good management company. Well, at least a good owner of a management company that's getting a bad rap because he's a bad employee. But guess what? When you have a bad employee, it all trickles. Poop doesn't roll downhill. It rolls uphill to the top. So when you're the owner, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had many employees that, not many, I think I had one or two that, caused me a lot of grief and caused my name to be not synonymous with a great management company. But that you'll have that. You just have to try to stay on top of it as a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we've had clients that have left. I mean, we're not perfect. There's no management company that does what we do, which is we do small commercial, and we do mainly scattered site residential housing. And we're talking like between a lower income housing area to, maybe our highest rentals, maybe $3,000 a month, which in Pittsburgh is really a lot.
Yeah.
But most of our stuff our average is around $800 a month. A lot of the properties we deal with, very difficult. And then you're dealing also on top of that with maybe an owner whose expectations are just so far out of whack that there is no management company that's ever going to be able to meet or exceed those expectations. And sometimes when those expectations and reality, right, and then how we do things, they don't always intersect. And at that point, in many cases, we've let go of owners. Look, we can't help you because you have 6 properties, 4 of them are in such disrepair. How do you expect us to do a good job for you when the tenant's roof is leaking and it takes you 6 months to fix it? The sewage line's backing up. Every time they flush the toilet, they get a little raw sewage in their basement. You can't have that.
Right.
You can't. And then it makes us look bad, because the tenant thinks that we're responsible for that. Well, why don't you fix it? Because it's a $6,000 fix, and we don't have the authority to fix something because it's not our property. We're just managing it. So the tenant, what I'm saying is how hard this job is, the tenant feels we suck. And the owner thinks, oh, it's our fault because we're losing money. And how do you win? The only way you win as a property management company is I have to let those owners go. Mm-hmm. The ones that just maybe they bought their properties and didn't expect to have all these repairs, or they don't want to hire qualified professionals to do the repairs. And when you get that bad recipe, it's just time to part ways. So we've lost clients too. Some of them just have fired us. We have, over the years, we've had less and less of that because we learned from our mistakes and we try to keep our staff educated, and we have weekly meetings and we make sure that everyone's getting service, but there's no perfect recipe. So all property management companies do suck. We just are the least suckiest.
It's a very thankless job, in a way.
Absolutely. It's 100% thankless. And any reason we do it is that there is, it's a business, so we do profit. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we wouldn't be doing it. We do get a lot of sales from it. So our sales business, which Deacon Hoover Real Estate Advisors and MACE Property Management, they work hand in hand because you get a lot of sales from it. You have tenants that maybe want to buy a house. You have owners that want to buy more properties. You have owners that want to sell properties. There's a lot of residual business that comes from it.
And in a way, it's almost like you're an easy scapegoat too, like you said, not only from the renter, but from the mm-hmm. owner too. You can so in a way, you I guess learn to have thick skin and don't take it personally, because it's just like Alex was saying, one company might be able to do something that because it is a little bit different.
Well, the folks I interviewed today, I was interviewing them. They were interviewing me. The gentleman spent 10 hours listening to my podcast, which I was very impressed.
Well, we thank you if you're listening.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
So he spent 10 hours, but said, listen, you need to educate yourself on the market here and how we do things, how most management companies work. You educate yourself. Mm-hmm. Like I said in the podcast we just did before this, education is key. And then call me, and then I have a frequently asked questions page, and then they call me, then I spend a half an hour with them, and I kind of interviewed them too, and I just got a gut feeling that these are really good people. They have pretty good quality properties. They just need someone to take care of it for them. And I thought, that's a good fit for us. Right. And the other management company, they lose because, in my mind, because I did my due diligence, and I think we can meet or exceed these folks' expectations. And if I can do that as a company owner, then I want to take on that client. If I can't do it as a company owner, then I'm not going to take you on as a client, because it's just another potential unsatisfied client, and then bad news travels fast.
Yep.
Right?
So you're setting yourself up for demise on that one.
Yeah, and I always, the one thing I always tell people is property management is absolutely a luxury, not a necessity. And what I mean by that is, if you live locally and you manage your own properties, there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to be able to do a better job at it than we can, because you're going to have a small amount of properties. Mm-hmm. You're going to be able to respond quicker to tenants. You're going to be able to get maybe the repairs done maybe a little cheaper. I mean, we have a good core of people that work for us, so our prices are pretty good. They're usually at market or below. Mm-hmm. But if you're on top of things and you have a portfolio that's medium, small, medium, or even medium, large, maybe 30, 40, 50 units, you could absolutely manage that yourself. But you got to be very good at it. But there's the other 50% that they should never manage any properties. They just don't have it. They're not good with communication with the tenants. They don't fully understand the law and how they can say things and when they can say things. And what action they can take and when they should pull back and when they should work with a tenant. They just don't know that, and that being your own property manager can absolutely hurt you. And that's when you do need to find the least worst property management company in Western PA, and that's MACE Property Management.
I like that least worst thing.
We are the least worst property management company in Western PA. Thank you.
I'm going to start using that. I say I'm the tallest short kid around. I feel like it. But that's interesting because I love the
I'm the best looking, ugliest guy in this room. I don't know.
You raised the average in the room to 5 because I'm in it 2, so you definitely raised the average here. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say guys, but we wanted to use a clickbait headline because we wanted to really engage you guys and suck you guys in to this podcast because we knew this was going to be a shorter one. We knew this was going to be, maybe a little bit more to the point. But we thought it was important to get out there because it is, I think we're all human. And at the end of the day, companies are human. We're all fallible. And, at the end of the day, obviously use MACE Property Management. But,
it's just mumbling now.
Now we're just going off the rails.
What are you talking about?
At this point, I don't know, Alex. What are we talking about? I'm wrapping it up while you click.
Oh man, I tell you.
It's been a long year, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell that we're
and it's not easy being an interviewer. So, congratulations to you, buddy. You are the least worst interviewer I know.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're the best of the. I forget my.
The best of the worst.
I'm the least worst property management company in Western PA, and you are the least worst interviewer for podcasts in Western PA. So congratulations to you.
I think that's the nicest thing anybody's ever said about my podcasting ability. So thank you. Well, as we but all right, guys, thank you so much for listening to this one. We hope that you understand now why Alex wanted to put this one out there. So here's where you're going to find us at. Deacon Hoover on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram's the new one, guys. I keep pushing that, but I've noticed we've gotten a lot more traction on Instagram lately than Twitter, so we're going to try and really expand on that. So just search Deacon Hoover on all those channels. For all of our podcasts, search Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Podcasts. You can search Deacon Hoover that way or Alex Deacon. Make sure that you're looking at all our listings. Make sure you're finding MACE Property Management at PittsburghPropertyManagement.com. Alex, for you,
yes,
for everyone else here, excuse me, at DHRE and at MACE Property Management, we're having way too much fun today with
Happy
this.
New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year to everybody out there. Wish you a successful 2019. Let's do it, and then we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.